Now this is City Square Residences, one of the most undervalued freehold high-rise density projects. You can even shout at them to ask them to come back for dinner. And we're going to share with you 1, 2, 3, 4 very essential steps to analyze why we think this project is undervalued. So let's go. Let's first identify where City Square Residences is being located at. So this is in D8. We're located right beside the Farrer Park MRT station, and there's only about 300 odd meters from the Farrer Park MRT station. You are also 88 meters from the main entrance of City Square Residences to City Square Mall. So you get City Square Residences, you get City Square Mall, and of course, it's being developed by CDL, which is City Developments Limited. Now, the very important aspect is that this was actually one of the last plot of freehold land that is situated beside an MRT station and the mall itself. And we're just 2 stops towards Dhoby Ghaut. So you can imagine the amount of proximity that you have from this development. Now this is a 1206 square feet unit. If I were to bring out the layout of the entire foyer area, dining and living, this is a very nice, efficient layout. So when you look at 3-bedders, there are technically 2 different types of layout. One is called a wide angular layout. One is called a very straight cut layout like this, where you bypass the foyer entrance. You have loads of space for your entrance zone to build your own shoe cabinetry system. Plus you have a dining space, and that would then move inwards towards your living area, overlooking towards the pool deck. Step number 1 is to analyze what is happening around the entire region and belt in Singapore in terms of how prices are doing now. Disparity Effect is our own term that we have brought out in PLB, and in short, is an analysis method to identify whether a development is undervalued vis-a-vis some of the pricing mechanism that is moving in terms of new launches and resale around the project itself in other regions across Singapore. Now, City Square Residences was completed in the year 2009. We're right now about 12 years old. City Lights is also at about 10 odd years old. That is already doing at about $1,700+ per square foot for its 3-bedders. If you cross opposite from City Light, there's another slightly newer development, and that's South Bank. That South Bank is now doing at about $1,800+ to $1,900 per square foot for 3-bedders as well. Those 2 projects, they are all 99ers projects located right beside Lavender MRT station. Also beautiful developments, but right now City Square Residences is definitely undervalued because the pricing mechanism right here is doing at about $1,600+ to $1,700+ per square foot for a freehold high-rise project. And if we compare apple to apple, we're both located beside MRT stations. We're all in the RCR belt. We're all about the same age. And right now, there's a slight lagging indicator in terms of its PSF performance from freehold versus 99. And we think there's so much more upward momentum that is not being released here in City Square Residences. So very importantly, this is asking for 1.88 mil. Now, when you come to City Square Residences, most of the units right here, they are not renovated. Now, the key reason is because the tenancy vacancy rate here is so low, meaning that when you change hands from your first tenant to your second to your third tenant, the amount of demand by expatriates, by tenancy is so high. Key reason is because they love the fact that this project has beautiful facilities. You just walk 88 meters to the mall and the MRT station, and renovation is just less than 5 years. And so all the bathrooms are being re-renovated. The entire flooring has been changed. Carpentry work is fantastic. $100,000 of renovation means that you're buying this into your purchase price. You don't have to come up with another $100,000 hard cash to renovate the place. Step number 2 is to know what is the stack analysis whenever you buy a unit. If you have seen our new launch analysis series, we always want to identify where are the biggest units located in, because that is the mindset of the architect. And out of the 910 units that we have in CSR, there's a total of 1, 2, 3, and 4-bedders. Now 4-bedders have 5 different stacks that are all looking towards the inward direction. So CSR has a northeast or southwest kind of orientation. If you're facing towards northeast, on the external facing, you will look towards Sturdy Road, you will look towards Jalan Besar. If you have the southwest facing, you will look towards the City View, you will look towards Little India, you will look towards the Orchard area. Now, if you're inward facing, which is where all the 4 bedrooms are being located, this is the view that you get. So you have a very good facing towards the clubhouse. On your right hand side, you're also facing towards some conservation shop houses, so that's an open front facing. You get to see the pool view, and most importantly, You're gonna see the kids' playground so that when your kids go downstairs and play, you can just stand here and look at them, make sure that they're good and safe. You can even shout at them to ask them to come back for dinner. And so stack analysis is extremely important. In future, when you want to sell this place, what are some of the key benefits of your direct stack facing so that you can also articulate and communicate that to your future buyer? You can do it, baby. Come on. We love the fact that the dining space is huge. Now, most importantly is that this dining space gives you the alternative to have a dry and wet kitchen combination, which I'm going to show you how to design that later. And you also have a nicely fully renovated kitchen space that is currently an enclosed kitchen kind of concept with a nice black frame sliding panel door. So if you come in here, this is the fully renovated kitchen. So original kitchen size, nothing has been modified. Basically, the owners has hacked down the entire wall tiles and flooring, do up the new cabinetry less than 5 years back. You're having very nice solid top together with very premium finishings right at the cabinetry system. Fridge space is on this part. They have preserved the yard. This 1206 square feet gives you a yard space that allows you to fit in a washer cum dryer. You have this open space for you to do natural clothes drying. You have a very nice size utility room here, which you can use as your storage room. You have also this third bathroom, which is a WC bathroom. Take note that owners has removed the WC from here and they've kept the grout opening. So if you want to reinstate the WC, we have the quotation ready for you. This wall is a partition wall that you can actually bring down. So if you're a lover for an open kitchen kind of concept, I suggest that you bring down this entire wall, bring down this sliding frame door, build an open kitchen island right here that's overlooking towards your living room, and then reposition your dining space to this wall line here by removing this cabinetry system. And then as we come to the living room, you'll notice that City Square Residences, all the units here do not have a balcony in the living room, and that gives you a lot more livable space. Now, if you want to have a breather, you just need to head downstairs because this is a full-size condo project with tennis court right at the side. Clubhouse is fantastic, and there's a bowling alley right within the clubhouse. Gym is very good size. Pool is extremely huge. Security is good here. 2 levels of basement parking. So I say that CDR has really done a fantastic job in designing City Square Residences. Most importantly, there's a lot of ample space. Kids' playgrounds are ample. You even have barbecue pits, which some of the new projects have no longer have barbecue pits anymore. Alright, so before heading on to the bedroom, step number 3 is to analyze how are the other developments doing around this project. If we look at the RCR zoning, the new launches generally they're all doing at about $1,700 to $2,000 per square foot for 99 years new launches. For even some of the boutique freehold projects, that's also the price range that RCR is being located. And then what would that mean 3 years later? It will mean that when the projects are TOP'd, these projects are being put onto the resale market, and if the first-hand owners want to sell it, you're going to have at least a $300 to $500 price difference from a 99 years brand new project. And this is a very good entry benchmark to secure a safety benchmark pricing. Let's move on to the bedrooms and then we'll chat more on step number 4. Now all 3 rooms plus the living room faces towards the pool. If we were to look in depth on the exact dimension of the common rooms, this is now such a luxury because you don't get this size now in a lot of the new launches. In 2009, the bay window was still present. You can use this as a TV console area. You can also mount and customize the study table that is right on top of the bay window space, so you don't waste this space essentially. What our owners has done is that they have wrapped around the entire bay window with vinyl finishing, so you can utilize this as a sitting zone. And even after the bay window space, you have such a great amount of depth. Right now, this is a single bed. You put in a queen bed, you still have essential wardrobe space and a lot of walking room to go. Now the ACs are also all new. So if you come to this second room, so this is a single bed frame that's sitting on top of the bay window space with bottom storage space, and that's a great utilization that you can have. You just need to put in a single mattress and this room is completed. So notice that the wardrobes also has been redesigned, and flooring wise throughout, these are all vinyl flooring. Nice table space right at this corner. Common bathroom, everything was being rehacked, remodeled. Wall tiles, flooring. They have this very nice circular sink right here. It's a little bit like a hotel style. Most importantly, you don't have to do anything. And then in terms of master room, originally it's a very straight cut kind of master room, but what our owners have designed is that they want to have a little bit of segregation into 3 zones. So of course the first zone will be your very beautiful ensuite, which is huge in nature. You have nice rain shower. Everything is being remodeled, and flooring, wall tiles, even your bay window in your bathroom is nicely redone. There's so much space for you to put in different toiletries or bathroom accessories. So WC area, a little bit more luxury kind of feel that the owners have designed together with a tinted glass door, which is very solid. And this is a nice dressing table area with bottom storage, full unit kind of standing sink right at this locale. And then as you head in, zone number 2 is to have your own little mini walk-in wardrobe area. So 4 huge panels located right within this space. Now you take 2 steps upwards towards your very private master room. A little bit tatami style. You can just put in a king or queen bed right at this angle, and then you can look outwards towards the pool deck. And I would suggest that you really utilize this bay window to be your TV console unit. Just put in a huge 65-inch, enjoy a movie night right here within your master room. It's just so much space to go. If you have a young baby at home, this can also be a baby cot area. You can just put in a baby mattress right here. Very nice Japanese concept within the master room. Step number 4 essentially is to look at what are some of the numbers in future if you want to keep this project. So very importantly, City Square Residences attracts a buyer's profile that's moving inwards from the suburban areas. It also attracts a lot of buyer's profile that are freehold lovers. So you open up to a lot of pool of audiences. You have a huge amount of density in terms of the transaction volume month to month, in terms of sales as well as rental. So in terms of 3 bedrooms, price, volume, transaction figures, if you notice the entire graph from year 2009 right till date is always at an upward trend for City Square Residences, and that's a very healthy indicator for a development that's located within an MRT station. So that's located beside an MRT station. If you're a married couple and you keep the other name for your second project in future, and you can move on to the other property and live there. Here, if you want to rent out, have a look at the rental figures. Extremely healthy, extremely high volume, and City Square Mall right now is being positioned as a very family-oriented kind of shopping mall concept. You have Decathlon, you have Uniqlo, you have Toys R Us, supermarkets. In fact, 2 different supermarkets, NTUC and Don Don Donki. In fact, I even brought my family and kids to play at this, what is that? There's like this right in the air kind of netting that we yeah, I can show some photos. And if you want to have a look at this place, give a call to our listing managers. They'll be very happy to show you a lot more when you come for viewing. And my name is Melvin Lim, Propertylimbrothers. As always, happy to show the place. Take care. This is a because those do okay, so before I move on to step number 2, okay, so before I move on to step number 2, I'm going to show you a little bit of about. Alright, so before I